Well, the music's playing. The music has been playing. Hey, it's Midgard. Welcome to Super Gamecast 2. We talk about video game industry news. Here's our host, Bronson Fiore.
What up, y'all? It is Sunday, November 27th, 2022, and you are listening to Super Gamecast 2. I am your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
I'm awake. I am awake. It's okay. The show is fine now.
Was it ever fine?
It was never fine, but it's especially fine right now. I promise.
Yes. So yeah, hey, and I'm also joined by our mod mommy, wielder of our band hammer, the lovely Emily Hulslander.
Now, if we're on Midgard, are we pre-Ragnarok or post-Ragnarok? That's the only question.
I mean, but we're in the middle of Thimble winter, so it's like all really cold and freezing.
Fuck.
Damn it.
We get 3 years of winter and then the world ends.
Cool.
So
we're on track.
We're going to hell.
mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Okay.
So, and then finally, sneaking in to the podcast, the HR ninja himself, Jesse Pewitt.
Hello, good morning, or evening, or whatever time.
Whenever you are experiencing this.
Yeah, we record this in the morning, but you know, the people who get this on those podcasting services such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon, they could be listening to this at any time.
Yeah,
that's right.
You never know.
You know, can't sleep, 3 a.m., have to be up for work in 3 hours. That person.
Exactly. Yes. We're here for you.
Oh, I've been there.
Fucking same.
Well, we got video game news, but I don't know. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So my girlfriend always used to tell me about her cat waking her up.
Okay.
Right? Like there's a story with this.
Yes, I'm expecting one. Okay.
And like I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I think about like my cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like my cat will like meow loudly once or twice. You yell her name and then she stops.
Okay.
I was thinking something like that. You know, and like she told me otherwise, but I still need to see it in action. You know, seeing is believing.
Sure.
And so I stayed there during the holiday weekend, right?
Right.
Brought up my giant ass oxygen machine, all that good stuff, and you know, brought up my big ass oxygen machine, all that good shit. And what ends up and like you know, we go to bed eventually, and like 2 a.m., like she said, on the dot, just the cat shows up yowling.
Wow.
Like, it doesn't even go on the bed, it just starts yowling, dude. And yeah, like it was just like, you know, like at first the concern for me was just like, oh god, I'm terrible at sharing beds with people, etc., etc. And no, that wasn't a problem at all. It was literally just the 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. meow. So yeah, I now have a better appreciation of my girlfriend's totally fucked sleep schedule because of that.
Yep.
And then over the holiday I played a shit ton of video games.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I mean, mine was kind of the same. I was kind of bogged down with other projects, but when I was able to fit video games in there, I did. The game I fit in there, I have mixed feelings about, but that's for later in the show. So,
all right. Curious to hear what it is.
I think I know what it is.
No, it's not a mystery.
You can make a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good guess.
Mm-hmm. But that was it for me.
All right.
What about you two?
What about you two for the holidays? What happened?
Whole lot of bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah, you work retail/retail adjacent.
Yeah.
So I kind of expected that from yours. So.
And you saw my message yesterday, Bronson. Me just wanting to just fucking rage all over the place.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a weekly occurrence for you. I don't know.
No, it's mid-daily lately.
Oh God. Okay. Well.
Between my schedule getting fucked so hard, to the point where I have to ask other departments if I can pick up shifts there.
Wow. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
See,
Yeah, every now and then I complain about my job's like mandatory 40 no matter what. Then I remember that bullshit and I'm like, you know what? Nah, never mind. I'm good. I'm cool.
Exactly.
And then managers being complete assholes and all that, and not knowing what the fuck they're doing half the time is just like.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that, it's the holidays, so we got people acting like complete jackasses.
I don't know what the fuck causes that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't either.
Like, I don't isn't it supposed to be like goodwill towards men, like
holiday cheer.
Yeah,
fuck your holiday cheer.
Not like go be an asshole to some poor store worker because they don't have or can do anything for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you didn't take advantage of the expanded Black Friday sales.
Yeah, the super expanded to the fact that it's been 10 days. Oh, I caved and I bought a hard drive, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. That was the thing I was going to try and get. Okay.
On a good note, though, my brother told me that he's sending me some video games for Christmas for my PS4.
All right.
But I can't open them until Christmas.
Of course not.
Okay,
no.
That's fair.
He didn't tell you what they were, right?
No.
Okay, good.
He knows what they are.
Good.
I have a feeling about what they are.
Okay. Nice.
But I still can't open them until Christmas, and I'm fucking pissed off at him. I do.
You know?
But I hate him with a passion.
Sounds like family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
That's about it for me.
That's it.
Okay.
What
about you, Ninja?
It was good. I didn't have a lot of time to play video games. Traveled to California for the holiday, came back, and played a lot of Dark Tide since I've gotten back.
I've been seeing some people playing that game.
Nice.
So
yeah, I've heard good things, but I refuse to touch anything that has Warhammer in it. It would make Quinn happy. Can't have that now.
Well, one thing I wanted to share, because I've just been sharing it with everyone, is just before the Thanksgiving weekend had technically started, in that it was Wednesday night, and I go over to a friend's place and we watched horror movies. And a while ago, what's that?
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
To do.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's the horror show before the horror show of talking with family members. Yeah, so
you get the horror of a slasher film, and you get the horror of your racist uncle. There you go.
You get to enjoy your literal vampires before your figurative vampires. Yeah. So a while ago we watched Horrors of Dracula from 1958. Dracula is Christopher Lee, and Van Helsing is Peter Cushing, and it's just a really, really good time. What a fun, ridiculous movie.
Okay.
Especially for 1958. But so we were just browsing through services, and we found Dracula 1972 AD. It was like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that movie. It is.
It's so bad. But what was
God's have mercy on your soul.
It's like we were starting, and my friend just put his hands. It's just like, this is the era. This is taking place in 70s London. This was what Austin Powers was made to make fun of. All right, everyone, just keep your cool. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bad guy characters is this 20-something named Johnny Alucard with a
oh my God.
with a white puffy shirt, and he's like, man, we're just some teenagers looking to have fun and do drugs, and you want to know what? Let's go to the next thrill. Let's summon Satan. Everyone's like, okay, I guess. I don't know. It's the 70s.
Jesus,
who cares?
Fuck.
Anyway, it's really good. So we watched the trailer, and it's Christopher Lee as Dracula, and it's Peter Cushing as Van Helsing. I was like, wait a minute. How many of these they've done these? And so we went back and looked, and there's like 8 or 9 of these between 58 and 70 something. So
I'm glad we're saving the best Thanksgiving story here for last, for sure.
So we found. So thankfully, most of these are on the Internet Archive. You can just look them up, and most of them are there. And we're just going to watch all of them. The final one does not have Christopher Lee, but Peter Cushing as Van Helsing is hired to go to, I assume, Asia, and it's to fight vampires, but in a kung fu movie. And I want to watch it so bad.
This sounds like a fever dream I need in my life.
Right?
I feel like I need this in my life too, just to be like, what the
I need to show this to people. I need to inform the world.
It's something to watch with friends. If you have like friends and like, I don't know, drinks and snacks and just put on these movies, it is hilarious. They're having a good time. Christopher Lee being Dracula is just having a good time.
As he does.
No
Or
consistency. Yeah, it's low quality film, but God, it's fun, especially if you're in like a Halloween mood. So, Hammer Productions made a bunch of horror movies. One of them was this line of Dracula movies. It's like, man, Christopher Lee, I know you were complaining about being the bad guy all the time, but you did this to yourself. For like 14 years, you were the Dracula, man. When people think of Dracula, they think of you. That's on you, man. So,
Alas, yeah.
yeah, that was the big thing for me this week.
Okay,
Nice.
right on. All right, well, I guess we should get into news.
Let's get into news.
Hey guys, in spite of it being totally fucked, the new Pokemon game, everyone truly voting with their wallet about how good it is, sells 10 million fucking copies in 3 days.
3 days.
Jesus fuck.
Fucking days. Dear God.
Same.
Yeah, you're part of the problem, motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm guilty.
Both of them.
Yes.
Bronson.
Shame.
I got a Gyarados yesterday. I was stoked.
Nice.
Dear Lord.
Though in Pokemon fashion, it's out at the beach. It was at water, but it was floating up above. It wasn't in the water because that's not how this system works.
Oh, Jesus.
God. Yep. So let's see. Launched. So Nintendo record. What is the context for this record? Is it like Nintendo record, or is it like for the Switch or for?
I think it might just be like Pokemon record, but I'll double check.
Okay.
Jesus fucking
Sword and
Christ.
Shield sold just over 6 million in their first week. So 7 days. Over 6 million in 7 days.
Sorry, this is any global sales on a Nintendo platform.
Holy crap.
Any fucking game that Nintendo has ever made. Any.
Wow.
Holy fucking shit.
That's crazy.
That's bonkers,
And
is
it's
what
the
that
most
is.
busted fucked version of Pokemon yet.
Ever.
Truly,
I look forward to the next one not even getting past the start screen.
Oh my
Bestseller.
Okay. In Pokemon history, it is the second most broken. The first was Hey You Pikachu, and that's because trying to do voice activation stuff in the 90s was like, what?
Oh.
Pikachu,
Nintendo
go pick up the
64,
fruit.
no less.
Pikachu, pick up the fruit. God fucking damn it. So
It's like they saw the success of Seaman.
yeah,
And we're like, we need to emulate this.
we really need to capitalize on this.
Oh my
So
God.
no, so not that bad, but obviously, Hey You Pikachu's Hey You Pikachu. This is a mainline game. Holy shit, man!
Yeah, this is a mainline Pokemon, and man, just people are playing it. People bought it. I know, like I told my girlfriend about like the technical issues this morning. She was like, "Okay, I thought about buying it. I'm glad I didn't."
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Good."
It could be fixed. It could be fixed later on. I don't know.
No, because some of this is just performance.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that aspects. That's never
That
getting
aspect
fixed.
is out the window.
Yep, they're not
gonna
fixing
get
that.
Fixed.
You know, like, for fuck's sake. And like the thing is like I don't get why it performs like shit when it's just like, dude, this doesn't look as good as like so many other Switch games.
So
I don't understand.
that's my question. Is that like I know that there are some people in our friends groups, as you know, certain people who know how to emulate these Switch games on PC, And I wonder how it runs when given the technical power, because I'm thinking it's still going to have
some
problems.
Issues,
yes,
not all of them.
It still has problems.
Yep. Like, I talked about it last week, but like the game, I don't get the impression it's from a technical issue. It's that the game just runs crazy slow. Like, you moving as a person in the open world feels slow. If any of us had a problem with the game pace, like overall being slow, now it feels like moving around in the world is slow, and then you add frame rate issues onto that.
Yep. Great. Super. Love it.
I think I'm surprised that this is their third outing in a 3D open world Pokemon game, and they will not add sensitivity options to my camera controls. So when I try to swerve around, it's just, good lord.
But this goes back to what I always keep saying about this, and it's never going to change because people keep buying it. Is like, 10 million.
We might as well get my video game of the week out of the way, which is Pokemon. Yeah. So I'm having a fun time.
Yeah, like it's still fun. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And this is why this will never be fixed, and I will never enjoy Pokemon again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, okay, there is still hope, because this is the loudest people have been about this problem, despite these sales. In fact, if I may, I'd like to just skip forward to this next article right here. Oh, well, not this one. I pulled this one up. 96% of Japan's top 10 physical game sales this week were Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, once again, going back to my point of this shit ain't ever getting fixed.
Like, Splatoon 3 got less than 40,000. Scarlet and Violet got nearly 2.5 million. Poor Sonic Frontiers is under 6,000 over here.
I saw someone buy a copy of Sonic Frontiers on Black Friday at Best Buy for $31.
Good for them.
Yo.
Wow.
I literally just bought the game at full price. I don't.
You're supporting people. You're supporting Sega.
I'm supporting Yuji Naka, who is now in jail.
No.
Help him not bail money, son. I wanted to go to this article here. Nintendo starts giving refunds for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, man, if I doubt many people are going to take advantage of that.
That's the question. Is I want to know how many. Because I'm having fun with the game. I'm not going to refund it, but part of me kind of wants to, and then rebuy it somewhere else, just to send the message of like getting the refund, like some way of saying, hey, like, this isn't okay. That doesn't involve me not playing the game because I'm enjoying the game. Other than just talking about it, right? Like, we've talked about this.
I actually had a discussion with my girlfriend like 2 weeks ago when all this nonsense with this game and its bugs started. And I can tell you this: I've played every Pokemon except this one, and I have played every Call of Duty. There is more improvement and change in Call of Duty in each release than there is Pokemon, and that is sad.
I was gonna say
Pokemon's literally the same game every time, right? But like, everybody I've talked to that has played this game thinks it's really fun.
Yeah,
is crazy.
And I don't know if it's just like Stockholm syndrome or just like they played Pokemon when they were their youth and it's just forever ingrained. I don't know what it is.
So
like I don't get it.
So I, like everyone here, you grew up with Pokemon, but this was like the first video game for me that I like dove in and really enjoyed it on just from top to bottom, every level of it. I wanted to be in the Pokemon world.
I mean, yeah, like I was a fucking nut, dude. I had like shirts and like I love like beds. Like I love Pokemon so goddamn much, and like, and then just they didn't evolve at all. The Pokemon evolved, the games didn't. But yeah, like it's just like those games, like fundamentally almost feel like they're, like I said, there has been more fucking innovation in the fucking Call of Duty games, the franchise that everyone and their mom, myself included, bags on for not doing enough than there has been in Pokemon.
But I think that's key, is that I super don't mind that it doesn't change very much. It is a comfort world for me. And if they can narrow,
right?
Yeah,
you can still make a comfort world and a comfort game without like having it be a technical mess.
100%.
Or just give me an option that says, "Yo, I'm 30."
100%.
This is, and they're never gonna do it though. Like that's just what I've accepted, and they're gonna continue. And like now there's a precedent of people are just willing to buy just like these completely just fucked versions.
I think it's a little early right now because yes, the financially they have no reason in their mind to change. You're correct, but like this has been very loud. We have been talking about how this game has been messed up on a technical level, and we know Nintendo's reputation.
But
like
Nintendo
that
doesn't own the IP. Nintendo has some say in the IP, but it's
I know, and I expect them to kind of use their say, but I don't know what that's going to mean. That does not mean that anything is going to change, but I think there's a greater chance of change now than ever before. And we've talked about this. What I think they should do is to start renting out the Pokemon IP with supervision, for the world and all that, but start renting out that IP to other developers.
Yeah, they did that with Pokemon Conquest, and Pokemon Conquest was great.
And I would love
them to do that. I would love them to do more of that. I would love. Yes, that would be fantastic. But like, I would love for Ray was like going to buy the game for me because he wanted me to play it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, dude, it comes out like 2 weeks before Dragonflight. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah.
Like, if this was coming out, if there was not a Warcraft expansion coming out, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll be disappointed in this game with everyone else. Awesome.
You can at least be disappointed with friends, which is entertaining in its own right.
Yes, but like I'm, I just don't. And maybe it's just I've grown past it. Like when I played X and Y, that shit was magical.
Yeah, X and Y is so good.
It was finally in 3D. They trimmed out all the bullshit. Like they made it so they gave you rollerblades early, and like the tutorial didn't last long. And then they like went fucking backwards. Like they made fucking Alola, which is like, oh yeah, the first 2/3 of this game are a fucking tutorial.
Right.
Enjoy that. And then they have their first big open world home console Pokemon, and it looks like an up-resed PS2 game.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, some up-resed PS2 games look better than it.
Sure.
And then like Arceus was kind of a step in the right direction, but not really. And I'm just sitting over here looking at this. It's just like, okay, I'm sure this game does look really fun actually, but like it's entirely technically fucked. And I don't like. I was willing to put up with that for Bayonetta because at least that game, is more interesting to me personally at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if they have any incentive to change because unless the refunds are like huge, like unless there's like hundreds of refunds,
which I don't even. Yeah, I was like I think they need thousands. I think they need thousands on thousands, and I don't think they're gonna get that.
Yeah, I don't either, because most people I know just like, and the thing is like I would love to try it just to discuss it on this show, but I'm not willing to pay $60 for it, and because it's a Nintendo game, it's never, ever going to drop in price. So
the thing is, they execute on the part of Pokemon that the people who are still into Pokemon right now, they still get that part right, and
and
as long as that's happening.
And they have no reason to change, and this just means cool. I can get to not enjoy Pokemon.
I guess.
Awesome. Yeah, like that's good, you know. And then I sound like an old curmudgeon every time a Pokemon game comes out because I'm just like, oh, cool, it's still fucked. All right, cool. Like, well, maybe next time. Yeah.
And I mean, again,
But,
you're not wrong about the criticisms. Like, they are all valid. It's just, if I had control of the Pokemon IP, I'd do things different. Like, absolutely. I mean, but
you know, like, because this is you know, we've had this discussion. This is the most profitable media franchise of all time.
Is it number one?
It is number one. It is more profitable than Marvel. It is more profitable than Star Wars. It is more profitable than fucking any other media franchise ever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ever. Like, I cannot stress how fucking insane that is. But you know, and they're not gonna have any reason to change. Unless you know, because like I think back to Blizzard. The reason Blizzard had to change is because it went from the number 1 MMO to fighting for the 2 spot.
Mm-hmm.
It had to.
Yeah.
It literally had to. Pokemon doesn't have to because people are still buying the shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Temtem isn't gonna take over.
Yeah, like
a Monster Sanctuary.
Yeah, Monster Sanctuary.
Yeah, like, so I want it to be fixed so badly because like I loved Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have my original cartridges. Like, I have my red, blue, yellow, silver, gold, and ruby cartridges still.
Sure.
And the hardware to fucking play them. Like, Pokemon X is like my 3rd most played 3DS game.
Mm-hmm.
Behind Street Pass and Smash Brothers. Like, you know, it's not like I've, like, people are like, oh, you just hate Pokemon. Like, no, dude, I used to really like Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I also just won't, I don't want to pay for or play bullshit. You know? And that's kind of what the franchise feels like at this point, in all honesty.
They prioritize a lot on their kind of world building, but like specifically like making references to the region that they're like taking influence from, and I really enjoy that. I wish one of the common criticisms is you can't go into people's houses, and I really wish you could, because like they could have packed so much stuff in there. Yeah. And let me tell you, one thing I really hope they make this change, like from a technical level, after playing this one, is like I'll be walking through a city, and this is true for the wild area too. It's anywhere, because for whatever reason they can't have so many models on at one time. They have some person walking their route. I turn away for a second. I turn back, and they're gone, because they're just auto-generated the moment you're like looking at something, and it's like, none of you people are real. I'm in the Pokemon Truman Show. Like, what the hell? I really don't like that aspect. That happens in the wild too. I saw a Grimer. I looked away. I turned back. It's gone. It's like, I wanted a Grimer. Whatever. So,
But the game sold 10 million copies, probably is getting barely any refunds, so that probably won't change.
That's because it's fun.
It is still fun despite that. Let me tell you, I've never seen so many goddamn Pokemon out here in this giant ass open world. Just like trying to figure out the route that I need to go to, and like there's the route. Here are all the trainers that I got to fight. But there's all this open space out here that I can platform and get my way to, and like there's a stretch of beach that's like a 500-foot drop that, thanks to my mount, I can survive. So what's down there? What could be down there? And you jump down there and you see some Pokemon, including, you know, the new ones. I'm like, what the hell is that? Because they didn't advertise like hardly shit about this new game for reasons that seem apparent now.
Yeah, very obvious now.
But you still have that moment, and like here's this cool open world, and you're like, yeah, it looks like shit, especially compared to other games, but like it just doesn't affect me. I don't know.
And I don't know why that is, because that would affect me a lot. Like, I love Bayonetta, and even in Bayonetta, it affected me a lot at points. Granted, it got better later in the game. I think it's because the levels are less open there, so they were able to kind of focus it a little more.
Right.
But like, yeah, like that would affect me totally. Like I would immediately be like, if I like Pokemon that much, like I would immediately be getting a Switch emulator running to see like, oh man, is this the problem? You know, and to be fair, that's any game for me. Like I'm fully noted as performance, in my opinion, like matters a lot, like a lot.
Especially when it comes to like frame rate, like
yeah, like
be hitting 60. Come on.
Like, or like even just like it, you know, the thing is like I'm playing God of War, and God of War has multiple frame rate settings depending on your display and whatnot, and I'm playing it at 4K with unlocked frame rate to go, which generally, according to the Digital Foundry video, and from what most people are saying, it typically hangs around 40. It's like it's a solid 40, like it's locked. And it's just like, that's fine, but like not this just fucking car crashes I've seen in that game into the Pokemon game, where people are like, yeah, like this co-op mode with me and my friends is running at like 20 FPS maybe.
I still have yet to try the co-op mode. That would be something I'm looking forward to. I'm really hoping it works, because that's a feature that, you know, we really wanted from Sword and Shield. Yeah, and then there's still like, this is definitely, hey, in case you didn't know, this is meant for kids, you weirdo adults. In that
perverts.
Yeah. Like, so okay, so gyms, I challenged a couple since last time, and one, they have like challenges before you go and challenge the gym proper, and it's them. Well, okay, so one I attempted was like a Where's Waldo thing. It zoomed out, and it's like, all right, you got to find this person, and it's like, he's right fucking there. I don't know. What this is not a challenge, but maybe it's entertaining if I'm 8 years old.
He's just standing there. I don't understand.
He's standing there. I don't know what.
Menacingly.
Like, he's like, here's a picture right here. This one's really challenging. It's like, he's standing at the Pokemon Center. You know, I'm gonna click on that and we're good. And then past it was done. They did throw some Pokemon fights in between, so at least there was that. But another one that really was like, man, I just was, all right, hey, and this goes back to their like world building, where they're like pretty much just trying to be Spain, but there's Pokemon stuff. It's like, the olives are really important to us in this village, so help us harvest this giant olive thing. And it kind of has a maze thing, but like the egg that you're trying to hit is like taller than you, and the walls are less than chest high. So like I got on my mount and said, all right, you need to knock this egg to the exit, and I just immediately am like trying to knock the egg, and it's like flying over the walls because they're nothing. But there are two caveats. One, for whatever reason, this olive egg thing has really low gravity. Like, it seems unnatural and weird and wrong.
All right.
And there's no reason for it to be that way. And then the other thing is, like, I'm enjoying this game, but actually controlling my character in the 3D open world space sucks. As long as I'm, like, getting from point A to point B, it's fine. But when I'm like, all right, there's a Pokemon among like 8 here, and I need to fine tune where my character's placed so I can hit L trigger to lock onto the Pokemon I intend to attack to throw the Pokemon, and you're just trying to move around, and it's just not quite getting it right. And it's so like controlling that character for the egg bit can be frustrating, even though it's a dumb puzzle, and it's not even like on a time limit, which I would feel like should be necessary for that kind of challenge. Anyway, it's very clear this is for kids. The challenges reflect that. But, you know, I don't expect anything else.
Add difficulty settings, something that's been in video games and JRPGs for literal decades.
Yeah, I will say that it is fully open world. So let me tell you, last night I was trying to figure out where to go, and I figured out where the first gym was, and I just kind of followed the route, and I saw a city kind of nearby. I was like, okay, let me go down this road, see what's going on here. I come across a cave. The moment I enter the cave, I see a whole bunch of new Pokemon I haven't seen before, and I lock onto one of them, and it's like 20 levels above me, and they're all 20 levels above me. And then because it's the new 3D world, one of them starts running at me. I'm like, no. I have to get the fuck out of here. Because God help you, man, if you like run into a trainer or something with wild Pokemon, it's cool when you're in the middle of a match because you'll be having your fight and the wild Pokemon will come around to watch and they form a circle around you, which is pretty cool.
Fight.
Yeah, exactly. No, some of them are like freaking out, like.
But for these wild creatures.
Yes, all wild creatures. They're just the ones
Pikachu.
The one I was watching was like, holy shit, these Pokemon they're using are so much stronger than us. There's like sweat marks coming off their heads. Like, oh no, what's happening? We got to stay away. So that was good. But then sometimes they'll run right on top of your model while you're talking with someone, so you'll end the conversation and you're immediately in a battle. Like, shit.
Yep.
So you better not be in a bad situation when that happens. There are aspects of this that are super cool. The characters that they've made are all like top-notch Pokemon world and characters and all that. I found out there's like a goth mommy character that's like a gym leader or something, and I can't see her on my open world, which means she might be in Violet, which means, god damn it, I'm gonna get it at some point. I've never bought two versions of a Pokemon game before. I've always been kind of happy about that, but
and now you're buying two versions of the most fucked one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Not now, but later.
Obviously not now.
But... No. So yeah, it's selling a lot. I don't know. I'm guessing there are more people talking about this game being broken than there were people that were talking about, hey, they need to make a new Pokemon Snap, and they eventually did. But that also was like sustained talk over years.
This won't be. This people shut up about it when they move on to the next thing. Yeah.
We'll see, right? Like, I don't know. Like every time you show new footage of this, it's going to be that broken frame rate. It's going to be the people disappearing and reappearing. It's the camera when you turn around and you can just see under the mountain.
Yep.
Yeah, but like this isn't like a Fallout 76 or like.
You're right. It is not that level.
One of those things where it's like, well, it's fucked, but like we've just we just accepted it. Like we just hung out, like where we just accepted it. It's like. People are just going to, it is that, like, that people are just going to accept it because, oh, it's Pokemon. That's kind of what at least my opinion of how this is going to go down, unfortunately.
They still get the Pokemon part of Pokemon right, like, in terms of characters and Pokemon and that loop and all that. Whereas, like, Fallout 76 didn't have NPCs to talk to initially, which is like, I don't know what you're playing Fallout for, really, at that point, but okay.
Right.
Beyond like the aesthetics of Fallout. But yeah, we'll see. I'm having fun with it. It definitely does need a change, but the question is, will it happen? Odds say no, but we can cross our fingers. So yeah, that's Scarlet and Violet. Also, I just love that we used to have, I was thinking about this yesterday, we used to have conversations of like, Gen 5 literally has a Pokemon that's just a pile of garbage. It's just a bag of garbage. And then people would respond back. It's like, Gen 1 had multiple Pokemon that was just a slime. That was it. And now we're at Gen 9. It's like, yeah, we got a Pokemon that has 2 non-functional wheels on its belly and has handlebars and side mirrors. What's the problem?
I don't know what your deal is. Shit.
What's the deal?
Who cares?
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's also been weird seeing how much effort they put into. They put a lot of effort into creating fashion for you to wear, which they did for Sword and Shield, but I feels like they went harder this time.
That part is awesome.
I think it's great. I think it's great. It's when you look at what needed to be done, you see this, and you see
yeah, and you're like, why?
And you see like their food system, which Ninja. I don't know if you've been messing around with the food system very much. They have
a whole lot.
They have so many food shops that all do different things in terms of like this item, boosts experience gain for this type of Pokemon and boosts your catch rate for this type of Pokemon. And it does it for a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be memorizing which food does what so I can remember later to take advantage of it. Yeah. But there's so many items that do so many different things. It's like the berry system. I'm a Gen 1er who did not care for the berry system. I pick up berries and I don't use them. And then like this feels like they've made that but more complicated, and I just But then there's all these like pictures of food, and I don't know. There's some things like, the clothing stuff and all that, like the character customization, they've gone harder on that than they ever have before, and it's awesome. Their little selfie system where you can take pictures with, Pokemon, with your Pokemon. You can have a picnic so all the Pokemon come out and then take pictures with your Pokemon. Awesome. That's what I'm here for. You can wash them all, which is really funny. Washing a fire type Pokemon, it's like, this should be killing you, but whatever. But it's, I don't know. I'm having a good time. Maybe I'll stream some on the channel later this week.
Do it. I think Blasian and there are several Pokemon fans on the channel who would love that.
Yeah. I'm bad. I'm bad at Pokemon, but hey.
You're having a good time anyway.
I'm having a good time. I got my Ghastly. I'm trying to level up. I got my Luxio. I'm trying to get to Luxray. My Sprigatito is the Florigato, I think, which is cool yo-yo cat. And then I'm working towards getting the final evolution, the Cat Magician. But yeah, Pokemon. It's happening. It's a thing.
Fair enough.
Now that we've beaten that topic into the ground, why don't we move on to the next story?
Hey, Bayonetta was just casually announced on Twitter, like Bayonetta 4, they're making one.
So that's this is it right here. Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah. I didn't think it was unexpected at all, but it seems the ending of hold on, I was gonna pull up the translation you had there, but fine.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you might as well read it. We're a podcast too.
I didn't think it was unexpected at all, but it seems the ending of Bayo 3 was conveyed correctly to everyone. Kamiya said in a tweet by ear, so I think Bayo 4 will be an unexpected development. After all, when Bayo 4 comes out, I'm sure there will be people say you added that as an afterthought, so I'll say that now.
I meant it for it to be more clear that there would be a Bayonetta 4. Is that what he's saying?
Basically, which is weird because if you get to the end of Bayonetta 3, man, that seems like that seems pretty final for a lot of things. But okay, sure.
It's I don't know, new cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
No more of the Bayonetta we once knew. That would be awful. I think that would be awful. They got to keep her.
Yes, that would be horrible. Especially because Jennifer Hale did a pretty decent job. So.
Sure. All right. I mean, hey, more Bayonetta is good.
Mm-hmm.
Although this takes away, I'm looking at his summary here. This takes away from Beautiful Joe, which clearly deserves a sequel. I don't know about you guys.
It does, but they would need to partner with Capcom to make that happen. Granted, I'm all for it.
Yes, of course. Or the Wonderful 102.
They'd have to partner with Sega and Nintendo for that, which, I mean, they already do for Bayonetta, so sure, yes.
Yeah. Come on.
Wonderful 102. Perfect. There you go.
I don't think you're going to get any arguments from this podcast.
No, sir.
So
Next up, is just in time for the holiday sales. Ubisoft games are back on Steam.
Hey.
I don't know if they require you to have the Uplay launcher though.
Oh my god, I bet you they do. That would be a very Ubisoft thing to do.
I almost want to like buy a game from them just to be like, all right, let's see how this works.
Yeah, I bought Uno on Steam a good long time ago and had to use Uplay then, and it made it so that none of us could play Uno together. But
yeah, that checks out.
I could try it again, but I don't want to be disappointed again.
You will be.
I will be. You will be. There you get. There's your Star Wars reference from me. All right.
So yeah, they have a bunch of games on sale as a publisher. There's a big Assassin's Creed sale going on, and
okay.
I'm curious to see if any new purchases from them require their stupid fucking launcher or not. But that's my big hullabaloo there.
There is an update.
Oh.
To this. This was update 11/21/22 at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed publisher has confirmed with Kotaku that its future games coming to Steam will still require users to create Ubisoft Connect accounts.
Yeah.
It is also confirmed players will have to have Ubisoft Connect installed to access and play games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Steam.
Yep.
Ubisoft, why?
Awesome.
Why are you doing this to us, Ubi?
It's technically in our ecosystem. You can show it to shareholders, I guess. I don't know.
You can say because they can track that data and go to their share people and be like, we have 10 million active people ever since moving to Steam, or however many, whatever. So, yep.
Okay, then explain to the shareholders all the games, well, any games that you have in development. Hell. Dicks.
Explain to shareholders Ubisoft's Vice President for Partnerships and Revenue calling Steam's distribution model unrealistic.
Okay, that's why everybody uses it. That's fine.
And further added that it didn't reflect where the world is today in terms of game distribution.
What? It's still the best launcher. What
it is by far the best launcher. Like the only reason
Ubisoft Connect isn't there either.
Yeah, no. Like Epic is where it's at because it's funded by the Fortnite Gears of War people, and it offers free games out the wazoo. I saw a news story. They're going to be giving away a free game every day for the month of December. So
yes.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
More games I don't need to play.
Right. Nope. I've already have this backlog. Do not do this to me.
Nope. I'm gonna go on there and claim I'm gonna claim the free game every day, like I do every year.
Yep.
Every single one.
Ubisoft, you're just a mess.
I can't remember the last time I bought a game from them actually either. That's the real funny part.
Bought Far Cry 5.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
No, it was Watch Dogs 2. I own a copy of Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, I haven't gotten that either. I hear that game's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I can't think of it. I definitely have played an Ubisoft game after Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I have to have. I know I have. I just can't think of anything. Nope.
Any Assassin's Creed after Black Flag?
Nope.
Uno?
I attempted. It wouldn't let me in.
Either of the Watch Dogs games?
Nope.
Hold on.
Haven't played any Rayman.
It actually might be Black Flag. Rainbow Six Siege.
Nope, haven't played that.
Mario plus Rabbids.
Nope.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Not. Black Flag was after that for me.
For Honor.
Nope.
The Division.
Nope.
Trackmania.
Is that an Ubisoft game?
That is an Ubisoft title.
I have never played it. I've wanted to. Trackmania looks fun.
Just Dance.
Nope.
Trivial Pursuit.
What?
Yeah, Trivial Pursuit.
The video game version of
Trivial Pursuit. Okay, yeah, no.
The Settlers.
Nope.
Oddballers.
What? No.
Did you play Brawlhalla?
No.
Riders Republic.
No.
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Nope.
Might and Magic.
Did they do Steep?
No.
Okay, no.
They did not.
No. All right. Nope.
The
I know you're really
Crew.
into.
Nope.
You're really into the Tom Clancy games. I know.
Oh,
No.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Okay. Wait. I played.
Did you just
Stick
you
of
played
Truth.
No, that was before that.
Damn.
So,
Okay. Nope.
Really? Jeez.
Right? Wow.
Grow Up.
No.
Tetris Ultimate.
No.
Far Cry Primal.
No.
Fuck.
Wow.
So I know what I'm getting you for
No.
Christmas, Aaron.
Hold on.
Ubisoft games.
Hold on.
Shit.
of
Shit.
Truth,
Wait a minute.
actually.
No.
Stick of Truth was 4 or 5 months after Black Flag.
Okay. So, all right.
you
Stick of Truth.
Barely made it.
Okay.
Stick of Truth. Child of Light.
Nope.
Valiant Hearts.
Nope. I've seen
All right,
video
so
of that.
cool.
That seems good.
The game's great. I love Valiant Hearts.
Yeah.
Super good. Super sad.
Yeah, which is why I didn't get it, but it seems good.
So
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I haven't touched an
tells me-
Assassin's Creed in a good long time.
yeah, I stopped after the reboots.
Like they look like they definitely look like a game. Like if you're still into action adventure and you want time to kill, those games have got all sorts of things for you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just I got over it with 2, and then 3 was what it was, and then 4 was hey pirates, and then it's been downhill for me from there. Yeah, Ubisoft. Wow. And yeah, that launcher isn't helping either.
No, it's not.
God damn it. Okay, well, welcome back to Steam. God, I can't tell you how thankful I am for Steam. Just someone dominate. I've never been thankful for someone dominating a marketplace like this so much, but being able to have access to so many games on one platform is so nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I can go
absolutely.
on to good old games if I need to for certain things. I can go on to itch.io for certain things, but otherwise Steam. Ugh. So, all right. Shall we go to the next story?
Yep. What's next story? Sony. So Sony is trying to tell the UK and America that you shouldn't allow this to happen. Dear God, the merger between Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
One of Microsoft's arguments is there's plenty of competition in the marketplace for Call of Duty. One of them being Battlefield. And then Sony recently came out and man, they're really throwing EA under the bus with this shit. Like I saw this and I was like, fucking really? You're gonna fucking say that about one of your partners?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be in shape. I'm sorry.
Hey, I guess.
But here's the question. Are they wrong?
No, absolutely not. They're not wrong.
Look, I love Battlefield. I think Battlefield's great. I'm a big fan.
Battlefield 1 was a decent hit, wasn't it?
Battlefield 1 was a hit. It was great. Battlefield 1 was really good. Battlefield Bad Company was great. Battlefield 3 and 4 were great. Like those were all great games that did.
Yeah, 2042 just got like fucked, right?
Yeah, they just released it a year too early. It's free on Game Pass now, though, everybody. So, and it's pretty unfucked from what I keep hearing. So,
yeah. I just
yeah.
So it's like I'm just sitting here thinking like you can do a whole bunch of cool stuff with Battlefield. If you were to purchase the Battlefield license, like what Call of Duty did is they just, they've been doing their Call of Duty thing for a little bit and then they just created a cast of characters and did some cool shit And now they are still riding that wave with Modern Warfare 2, a remake of that game. Well, like, there's stuff you can do at Battlefield. You obviously need the developer to back that up.
I mean, the thing is like Battlefield outside of God, what's it called? The Bad Company games have never really been campaign focused, like, at all.
I mean, like, yeah, a lot of these games aren't necessarily even Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It had a great campaign, but that's not what it was about.
No, you're right. But like the thing is like it had a great campaign. It is a good campaign. But Battlefield, I feel Battlefield is a different audience for a lot of reasons. One is the fact that it is like it always seems like it's PC focused first. So there's that. So I think that's a big part of what they have going on with that. And hold on, my mouse is just freaking out.
You were getting robot-y there for a second. I don't know what happened, but you're fine now. But
yeah,
it's your computer.
A glitch in the Matrix.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so it's always been like a PC first kind of thing for them. So I think that's part of it. I think that they're like really weird, so I think that's part of it. I think the fact that they've never given a shit about their campaign.
Yeah.
At all. So that you can't really, can't really glom onto the characters.
That's true.
Aspect of it. So it's like there's that. Just a bunch of different stuff that makes it so. I don't know, but it's just a bunch of different stuff that makes it harder, and then the fact that they're so similar to each other.
Well, right.
Like, the way they look, it's like, how do you market this ahead of it? Like, Bad Company had a really good marketing campaign, also. So but those games didn't do as well as Call of Duty, and they've always just been chasing Call of Duty instead of just being their own thing, and that might be the way.
Yeah,
that might be the way to go.
Well, so that was the thing. Like, as someone who does not play Battlefield, the last time I played Battlefield was like a very brief bit of 3. But like what I've always gotten is like the best of Battlefield is here's Battlefield 1. They're doing World War I stuff, and that's really cool. They do some really cool immersive stuff with HUD and all of that to make you feel like you're really in it. But the best is when you aim your scope up and you see a human being running across an exploding airship and trying to escape and just doing crazy shit. And I feel like the answer then to differentiate yourself and make something attractive to people that is not just more Modern Warfare or chasing Modern Warfare is to not go all the way with it, but to be essentially the Saints Row shooter to Call of Duty's Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, like that shit where you're watching people like in dogfights, right? They're in aerial dogfights. One of them jumps out of his plane, shoots the other one with a targeted rocket launcher, and then jumps back into his plane. I'm just like, what just happened? But it looks so sick.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. It's just it.
It's up to them to make that.
Yeah, because they tried to market it with Battlefield 2042, right? Like they tried to do that.
They tried,
and the game just didn't pan out.
The game itself, didn't work. So it was like, well.
So yeah, like that's where do you go with that?
It would be a real interesting thing. Like if you first of all you have to make the game work. Like first of all, but second of all, it would be a fun thing to take historical wars and then just go nuts with them. Like we are not claiming any of this is accurate. What you are watching right now, there is a man that is using a grappling hook to web swing between biplanes in World War II. What's that about? It's Battlefield. Oh, okay. Like I just think you could really go all the way with that and make something really cool, especially since we're not having any Titanfalls coming out. Let's get some crazy shooters out there. God damn it.
Here's our weekly rant. Here's our weekly rant about Titanfall.
There is a gap in the shooting space that needs to be filled.
I agree.
God damn it. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, there was a news story, early. I don't have it pulled up, but it said Call of Duty had like 25 million players.
Sounds right.
And Battlefield in its current state is certainly not. I don't think they reached those numbers with Battlefield 1. Not even close.
Not even close. There is an update to this though. The FTC has said that they will be filing an antitrust lawsuit.
Yep.
To stop the merger.
That's so. Yeah, I brought up that news article as well.
There's the article.
Just to tie into this because I feel like this is our big story.
Yeah.
Hey, the console wars are happening, and it looks like the FTC is going to try and stop this.
Good, I think.
Yeah, well, so it's good. It's good for players, right? Like, it's breaking up the monopoly. Let's break up these companies. It'd be cool if they went beyond just this. I don't think they're going to do that, but yeah. So according to Politico, that's going to happen. Skeptical of the company's arguments. I pulled up another article. Microsoft says offered Sony a 10-year deal. Oh, that's the next story. Whoops. Well, yeah, it's part of this story.
Well, yeah. So the thing is, though, the thing is like, okay, but what is to stop Microsoft from just buying a bunch of smaller studios that are like Bungie or smaller? Like Sony just bought Bungie. That's not under investigation.
Right.
What's to stop Microsoft from just going like, okay, I guess we'll go buy Capcom instead, and Square Enix instead.
Where's this line that we can and can't cross, and let's just get everything under that line?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's because once again we didn't have any problem with them buying that Sony buying the Jade Raymond studio, Sony buying Bungie, Sony buying that VR studio. It's like, okay, what's fine. What is the line? And we'll just purchase everything under it.
To be fair, Activision Blizzard is one of the highest lines you could.
No, that is the highest line.
Yeah.
Besides, they picked the biggest fish besides maybe Riot. And
I assume getting EA would also be a similar line.
I think EA is not as big as Activision, but it's damn close.
But it's up there.
It's not as big. Like, I'm saying it's lower, but I still think it's a line. Like if you told the FTC like, oh yeah, Xbox just owns Madden now and is making Madden and FIFA exclusive, like. I think that would be a big deal.
But that's not their intent. You can tell that they even said their intent is like, no, we're gonna treat this like Minecraft. This is just to make a shit ton of money, and also you get it for free, so we can boost up our sub service.
Well, I mean, with this, it says 10-year deal, which leaves the possibility of eventually exclusive.
Yes, and they probably have a similar deal with Minecraft, where like, okay, you're gonna have to renegotiate in 10 years.
Right. I mean, again, like. As long as they follow through on that, that's great. But when they have the option to cut it off, like that option is there,
Yes, I agree with that. But like also it goes back to the original thing. Is like, where's the line then? It's like, okay, you allowed Bungie, you allowed fucking this Jade Raymond studio. Like, okay, fine. We're not gonna buy Activision Blizzard. We're just gonna go buy Capcom.
Right.
We're just gonna go buy Sega. That's fine. Whatever. We suddenly have $69 billion to spend on studios.
Yeah.
All right, let's go buy Capcom. Let's go buy Sega and Atlas. You know what? We really, really like the dudes that made Stray. Let's go buy them.
How much of this is? I wonder how much of this is like you need to know some stuff about the games industry to properly set that line, and the FTC is not currently equipped to set that.
Because like what is that line? Like is it studios like that are the size of Bungie? Like that went through okay? Like
I'm trying to find the line right now, and in my gamer brain, buying Capcom feels too big.
Yes, Capcom is fucking huge.
Yeah, that seems like above the line.
Us, at least, like, cause like you look at Capcom, that's Resident Evil and Devil May Cry and fucking Monster Hunter, and all these fighting games.
Sega would be an interesting line. Like, what is Sega too big? It's got Sonic.
I think if Capcom's too big, Sega's too big.
Oh, you think Sega's bigger than Capcom?
Dude, just on Sonic, dude. Sonic is huge. Sonic's in the fucking Thanksgiving Day parade.
I mean, yes, the character is, but like, Japan's like, yeah, we sold 4,000 copies of Sonic.
Yeah, but like, let's check America, and then not only that, but okay, but that means you also get all of Atlas.
That's right, you do get Atlas.
And
so, but it's not Street Fighter, you know? It's not.
No, but it is Total War, and it is Yakuza now, that's gotten big.
Yeah.
And it's Football Manager and the Alien games.
Lil Wolf Sega is worth. Well, Capcom first. Capcom's worth $4.9 billion.
Okay.
Sega is $3.6 billion.
Yep. Okay.
So,
CD Projekt Red 4.9, Square Enix 5.9, Konami 6.
So literally for less than the price that they bought Activision Blizzard, they could just go buy all of these.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like so.
But they still seem too big. Like, I also wonder how many is like number of properties. If that plays into this theoretical line we're creating, because like CD Projekt Red, that's a huge deal from a monetary standpoint. But if it's like 2 or 3 franchises, it's like
But I mean, those 2 or 3 franchises, those are 2 of the best-selling games ever made.
Well, absolutely, but they're not like a Call of Duty thing. It's not like a free-to-play, microtransaction-heavy kind of thing that like takes over the market. It's very much like these single-player experiences. I wonder what the FTC would. I wonder if they're just looking at this purely from a monetary standpoint. Is my guess. Like,
I mean, yeah, Bandai Namco's worth 7.3. So like, yeah, like
wow.
literally, like, yeah, like you know, I mean, that's the Dark Souls people.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's the Elden Ring people. That's the fucking.
I just figured those games form in what's his name's body, and it just erupts forth like a Bloodborne character.
That's Pac-Man and all the anime video games. You know, that's JoJo. So yeah, like there's I don't know, like oh wait, do they do Genshin? Is that the
Oh god, if they do Genshin, that's big.
Okay. But yeah, like it's just like, okay, you look at all these like what is to stop Microsoft like after this from just being like, all right, didn't go through. Okay, we'll buy Capcom, we'll buy Sega, we'll buy Bandai Namco, and still be like $50 million under what we spent. Cool. All right. Great. Yeah.
What is the FTC? So, like, what would be the alternative if Activision Blizzard said we do not want to be our own thing anymore, but we cannot be sold to either of the competitors of the big 2 or 3? Then, like, do we break up? How does that process work?
We'll answer that question after this topic stuff. So yeah, like just I don't know what you do here. Like I really don't. It's you know, because like you let it through, but then you're like, all right, so that means like Call of Duty's huge. All the Blizzard properties are huge. You get Crash, you get Spyro, you get you know, like you get Tony Hawk and a bunch of old legacy stuff. No, that's a lot. Like that is a lot, and it, you know, how do you set this line? Because if I'm Microsoft and this, you know, this line comes in, like this line, you know, comes in, like the first thing I'm asking is like, all right, so what is the cutoff? Like what do you consider that? What do you think the FTC's cutoff would be?
I mean, I think if you were to have like an informed, you know, cutoff line, it would involve a number of factors, and honestly, it's something that I don't think we could really set here. We'd have to like look into the state of the industry, number of properties, how much money's involved, and go from there. But the FTC is the one that's ruling on this, so I'm assuming they are looking purely from a monetary standpoint and how much those companies make up, the whole of the industry in terms of income. Is my guess.
Okay, then at that point, if I'm Microsoft, I'm going on a buying spree in another way.
In a different way, you'd have to go just smaller stuff and just keep going.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, we can buy Konami, we can buy Capcom, we can buy Square, we can buy Bandai Namco, and we can buy Sega.
And see which ones cross the line and which ones don't.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. I'm just like, just like, you let them buy Bungie. You let them buy, the Demon Souls remake guys. Like, you let them buy these two. Like,
I just don't think those are super huge. They're certainly not compared to Activision Blizzard.
No, but I do think that Bungie was worth $7 million or billion, $7 billion. Excuse me. So I mean, that means you could buy Capcom, you could buy Sega, you could buy Square, you could buy Konami. If Bungie is the line, that means you could buy pretty much anyone that isn't Ubisoft, EA, or Activision Blizzard. Or Nintendo.
I mean, how much of revenue share does Destiny take up? Compared to all of Capcom. It's not about the price that they pay for it. I think it's about how much they make.
Oh, I think Destiny is.
I think Destiny makes a lot.
I think Destiny is and also you have to think of Bungie's earning potential as a whole, because these are the guys that made Halo.
Well, yes. If you're counting earning potential, yeah.
I think that's factored into it.
I just don't know how you quantify that, really.
You have to look at past performance. You would have to sit there and go, okay, well, they made Halo and they made Bungie. These are two staple giant brand franchises, and they're working on a new thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But even then, I think the FTC isn't even looking that far. I think they're just looking at net worth of company and percentage of industry that it is, and I think that they could easily get away with Sega and Capcom and Konami, no problem.
Right.
Okay. In my opinion, at least.
I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I almost kind of want to do. It'd be a boring ass stream if you're not hyper into this stuff like we are. But I almost kind of want to do a stream where we lay out how much are all of these different companies in the video game industry worth, and how much are they really lay it out. Here's the state of the games industry from a monetary standpoint. If we were looking at this from okay, how are Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, playing this? Just lay out the battlefield. I think that would be fun. But
that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting, at least.
Very nerdy video game industry shit, but yeah.
Yes. All right, so to answer Steph's question, so I have plenty of options I can give her. It kind of depends on her budget and size for a TV.
For the audio listeners, Little Wolf Streams comments, my mom is getting a new TV today because her 2015 Samsung 30-inch died this morning. Any thoughts?
A lot. But no,
it really depends on budget and size of the TV.
Yeah, if she's looking for something the same size, she's looking for something huge, yeah. So, because typically my go-to for budget televisions is TCL. Their 4 and 6 series are typically really good for peeps.
Her budget is 500.
500. What about for size?
What's the biggest you want?
What's the biggest you want? And does she want any specific features?
Because, man, TVs are cheap.
They are, dude. Even this Black Friday in particular, even the good TVs went on big time sales.
Apparently, there's no limit on size.
No limit on size, $500.
She wants to watch the footy ball.
Footy ball? The North American footy ball or the European footy ball?
I mean,
yeah, because World Cup is going on right now.
Yeah.
So.
Man, you want to know what's funny? They still sell 720p TVs.
Huh.
Really?
Okay.
No shit.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Might as well include a VHS player in there.
Right. Free VCR with purchase.
All right, so
American football. I like medical footy ball. That's good. Yeah. That's what they call football, but everyone is absolutely on steroids. You're required.
Concussions everywhere.
I'm gonna
concussions and torn ACLs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go put it for store pickup today.
Blitz the league.
All right, so she doesn't care. So is 500 the like? Is she looking to spend $500, or does she want to save some money as well? Because I got one for 400. I think she'd really like. That is 65 inches.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
You'll be able to see every pore on Tom Brady's face as he screams and yells at the rest of the Buccaneers.
Lordy. Okay. So anyway, the what I'm gonna post. So this 55-inch seems to be the one I would go for. It's $430. It is a QLED from TCL. It's reviewed fairly well. I want to check one last thing before I post the link. But yeah, TCL kind of is my real budget brand for TVs. Yep. At least from like they're the peeps that are like, all right, you want something good, you don't want to spend a whole shit ton of money. Here you go. This is the way to be. But yeah, I don't know. Ninja, do you have any insight into this? I know you're in all this display shit like I am.
It's TCL or Vizio.
Vizio.
I think Vizio is more expensive than TCL.
I also think Vizio has the problem of their lower end models are kind of garbage. Okay, so it doesn't matter. She's freaking out. All right. I miss when Ratings had a search function on their website where you could search by brand easily. Okay, that's the 6 series. We're looking for the 5. But yeah, so I don't know. It's one of those things, but this guy seems like it'll be a winner for what she's looking for.
Yeah, go ahead and link it
in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, $430, 55 inches, available today. And it's a QLED, has some good features, looks good. I think that she'll be very happy watching football or whatever on that. She may, so I believe she has cable from what I remember from being at her house. She may have to call the cable company, and like her current cable box will work fine, but if she wants to get the most out of it, she'll have to call the cable company and be like, hey, I got a 4K TV now. So that might be something you'll want to do. Yeah, so she has cable.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. That we can help out. If anyone watching or listening has, questions about TV deals or PC stuff or anything, this is a good place to ask those.
Yes, it is. But yeah, so it's. Oh man. All right.
So I'm just reading this article, and one of the arguments that Sony makes is that Call of Duty has been the top-selling game for like the last decade, and
Not anymore, bitches. It's Pokemon now.
It's Pokemon now, fuckers. But I think that is going to weigh heavily on the FTC. That argument alone.
But like, it's also like one game, like
Yeah, you're right.
And like at any point, like Call of Duty, what if Call of Duty sucks? Like that is a real thing that you can discuss there.
Yeah. We'll see. They're supposed to give their ruling soon, so
fucking Jesus.
We'll see.
All right. Well. All right. What's next?
What is next? Stray. Y'all like Stray?
Stray won a Game of the Year award.
PlayStation Year of the Award, right?
Yes. So for all PlayStation games on the Golden Joystick, one God of War wasn't nominated. Which, what the fuck?
What happened here? What?
Yeah,
I call bullshit.
Second off, Stray won. Which, what?
And it beat out Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, and The Last of Us Part 1.
And Sifu.
And wow, Sifu wasn't even... Oh my god, okay.
What a take.
What a weird...
Once again, dude, I beat that game. I heavily disagree. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, cool. Vote 1. She loves Stray. Well, yeah, this is her Golden Joystick. This isn't the Game Awards. This isn't the second big one.
And this is also PlayStation, you know.
Yeah, the first big one is our show at the beginning of January, but the second big one is Jeff Keighley's thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's still going on. We don't do a general Game of the Year, though. We do personal top 10 lists.
Yep.
So, and then we'll also have to discuss our fantasy critic, which I'm sure it'll go great.
Oh God, right? Yeah.
I haven't checked on it since like September.
Everything's fine.
I've checked on it every so often, so.
It's all borked.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's all borked.
Let's put it this way. Unless Hollow Knight Silk Song comes out this year, I'm feeling pretty confident like I got this in the bag.
That sounds right.
I'm feeling pretty good. I have a 31-point lead on Jesse. So Hollow Knight Silksong and Callisto Protocol would have to both score in the 90s.
Well, we'll see.
And then Aaron, almost all of your list got delayed.
Yeah, damn.
Saints Row was -7 points.
Yeah, they fucking... The studio is now a part of Gearbox. That's how bad that game went.
Jeez. Fucking Jesus. Oh, fuck. Alright, so...
Final news story?
Final news story. Witcher 3 getting a bunch of big updates for free if you own the game and the DLC already.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is everything that's in it. You're getting a bunch of Netflix DLC, a new Netflix-themed quest to earn new equipment, Netflix-inspired looks for Dandelion and the Nefardian soldiers. It'll be getting improved visuals, ray tracing, DLSS3 support, better screen space reflections, improved foliage, improved textures, FSR 2.1 support for AMD cards, cross progression, carries your save over to the new consoles, new camera options, new quick cast options, new map filtering, new hide minimap options, a photo mode, a community-made and developer-made mods that are integrated, fixes made to From Off Years Distant Shores, scavenger hunts, and Wolf School quest gear, and more. So, yep, that's going to be a big free update out December 14th.
Nice.
The Game of the Year edition is on sale right now, so if you buy that, you get all the DLC.
Dang.
Exactly. Yep.
That's too much game for me, but...
A little too much.
I am literally in the middle of Cyberpunk, like, at this particular moment, so I don't need another fucking one of those. So.
I have enough video games. It's happened. I can't.
You've hit the limit.
I'm at Final Fantasy 14 and Pokemon, and I'm just waiting for this skate game to eventually come out, and I'm good.
God damn it. Gotham Knights couldn't score a 70, so I wouldn't get a -1 point for it. Bastards. So yeah.
God damn it. All right. Well, it's time to move on to our topic for this week.
Our topic
is we're 2 years into new consoles, y'all.
Yeah, the Xbox and PlayStation had its anniversary like a week ago, and those were so they're two. They're two. Yay!
They've hit the terrible twos.
Yes, they have been fairly terrible. No, I don't know, man. Like I have very mixed feelings on this generation 2 years in, especially when I like sat down and compared it to 2 years into PS3 and 360 and 2 years into PS4 and Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because like, one, we're still good, and I get COVID happened. Games are more expensive than ever to make. Massive inflation is happening. I think that's going to be a big factor in why this generation will last so long. Like, I am fully expecting this to be like a 10-year generation.
Sony's already come out with their release date for their new console,
which does track.
But
as far as releases are concerned,
it's a while.
Yeah, but that can always be delayed, or that can always be just a pro version as well. Like either or, whichever one of those go with. I think that like inflation is fucking rampant, right? Like inflation's rampant. People are buying these things when they can, but there's still a chip shortage. They're still hard to get, and I think that's going to cause a longer generation. And I think that realistically, from the timeline standpoint, it feels like we're still in the first year of these consoles.
Right.
The kind of releases that are coming out, the features that are not done yet, because like let's talk about like 2 years into PS3. By the end of year 2, you had Metal Gear 4, you had the first Uncharted, you had 2 Resistance games, you had Little Big Planet, you had these next gen showcases, and a good amount of them too. PS4, same thing. By the end of year 2, you had Killzone, Infamous, Metal Gear Solid 5. You had Batman: Arkham Knight. You had you had a lot of good stuff that, not as much, but still a lot of good stuff that was kind of for that platform. And that was next gen only, or in the case of Metal Gear, not next gen only, but a very big step up in resolution, frame rate, etc. So far, like, if you had a PS4 currently and it was still working fine, yes, you were getting the worst versions of these games, but outside of Ratchet and Clank and Demon's Souls, there's not the most and Deathloop, there's not a huge compelling reason to like jump if you're not like one for big, like you don't have a 4K TV, or you don't care, or you don't give a shit all that much about frame rate. And like, yes, the comfort features are nice. Like the fact that all the games load in 5 seconds or less is awesome. But that's not. At the end of the day, games are what sell systems. Games are what sell systems, and thank you.
I need to go help my mom.
Oh,
good lord!
Ouch!
Hi, my food got here earlier than expected.
There you go.
So that's a thing. Anyway. So, but I got distracted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we're in a weird like holding point because of inflation, because of COVID, and I'm just wondering if next year is finally going to be the tipping point. What about you guys?
I mean, we're just coming out of the cycle where all these games that were being worked on, and then the pandemic happened. We're kind of getting out of that.
Yep.
So we might start seeing some stuff happening after that. Who knows? I saw a news article a while ago that graphics cards currently are selling at lowest numbers since the recession, due to the inflation issue and due to the graphics cards, not really being worth the price that they're being sold for right now. I wonder. This would be a good time to look at what games are going to be coming out next year, because I don't know. I saw a news story that they're working on a reboot of Splinter Cell. That could be a next-gen showcase.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A number of games have been pushed, but I think the games that have been pushed that we've seen do not push the technology. Or at least they don't seem to. I really have been enjoying the quick load times, like you were saying. Like that, if nothing else, fantastic to have that. But yeah, just not a lot of games really pushing that technology still, and because of that, it's just feels like another continuation, which Xbox One and PS4 at times felt just like a small continuation of what was going on before that, which isn't necessarily fair, but that's just what it felt like. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think part of it is that we're also finally seeing a shift in the PC market, like where you look at the most popular graphics card on Steam, it's still a 1060 and a 2060.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yep, and with prices rising and people not getting paid that great, I'm not surprised that things are still kind of slow right now. I'm looking at this Modern Warfare 2 footage, and this is pretty damn good, but also it's not mind-blowing the way Ratchet and Clank is.
Yeah, man, in Spider-Man supposedly coming out next year, and man, I think that's gonna be the next one where we're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Next gen.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
Took them fucking long enough.
I
don't know. I saw a fun news story the other day that the Fed's telling employers to, hey, please don't raise wages to help curb inflation.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's just fantastic.
I love it when my government works against my interests.
Isn't that great? Isn't that just great?
Assholes.
Let's see. This is not a good. I'm looking for upcoming games, but that page was not good.
I was so fucking upset when they're like, "Oh, Resident Evil's getting a PS3 version." I was like, "God damn it!"
Right. Man, you guys, we need to move on. We need to do this. There's so many games on those prior consoles now. There's a fantastic list of games for people to play on those old consoles now, but
cut the cord.
It's time. I tried to play that Ghost of Tsushima co-op on PS4, and it's just chugging.
That's a game I need to get.
That game is fucking awesome.
It's a good game.
And yeah, it's time. But money and income, that's what rules these decisions, right?
Right. And then the fact that okay, how many PS5s and series consoles are out in the wild?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We have some digital PS5s at my job right now.
Nice.
Or at least as of yesterday.
Yeah, I got an email from Sony this weekend being like, "Hey, bro, do you want to buy another one?"
Quit sending me emails. I've got one.
Why would I buy another one?
I bought 3 from you already. I totally want to see what their algorithm they have to think oh, this guy's some rich dude who has a PlayStation in every room.
Yep.
And it's no, I'm just buying consoles for friends.
Yep. Right.
Fuck.
Trying to look through these releases coming up, and it's just, I don't know, that Resi 4 remake will be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Dead Island 2 is coming out, and just some of the cutscene stuff from there seems really interesting from a technical standpoint.
Spider-Man, I'm sure, will look amazing.
I'm sure. Yeah. Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, that's a studio that tends to push tech real hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I don't know that we're gonna see like Dead. As excited as I am for Dead Space, I don't know that it's really gonna be pushing anything graphically.
That's the thing.
I think Starfield will once modders get a hold of it.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, it's not by itself. No. Diablo 4. That's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. So.
Yeah, then Diablo's never been a looker.
Their cutscenes are fantastic, but yeah.
Yeah, their cutscenes are pretty. But...
the new PGA Tour is only PS5 and X and S, so
high-res 4K golf.
Hell yeah! Who's even the cover golfer for that at this point? I'm so removed from golf at this point. Justin McElroy.
Happy Gilmore.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Those can push it.
Those
16 can definitely push.
Yeah.
Forza's next gen only. It's out in spring.
Okay, Forza could be a big one. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to look because I'm looking at a lot of these games, and some of them are trying to be there. Like, okay, Lies of P looks cool as hell, but that's also PS4 and Xbox One. Like, that's gonna be held back. It's like it's just. It's where the money's. It's where the money is. You know, until enough people buy the newer consoles, which we have. The Xbox consoles are looking at raising their prices $50-$100, which means PlayStation will probably still just hold where they're at.
They did in every territory but ours, so.
Oh, that's right. They did. They did that. We just didn't get it.
To America.
Yep. So, and PlayStation 5 was high up on console sales on that list I was looking at. So.
Yeah, I think it's been number one in the past 3-4 months.
Let's see. For hardware, I found the article. Hardware sales in Japan for the week ending November 20th. Nintendo Switch took 3 of them. I assume that's because people were waiting for Pokemon. And then number 4 is PlayStation 5 at 27,000 roughly, followed by PlayStation 4 at 5,800, followed by PlayStation 5 digital. So
now expand that to globally though, like what's happening with the
let's look.
The United States, Europe, etc.
Let's take a look at this. Console sales. Well, I was hoping for more some current sales right now. That would be nice.
Redfall. That's another.
That's
Windows
right. Redfall.
X only.
I wonder if there's a weekly.
There's a new Wild Hearts game coming out for PS5 and Xbox Series X only.
Oh.
Stalker 2 is Xbox and Windows only. New Xbox.
Oh, Wild Hearts is EA's version of Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Street Fighter 6 is coming out on fucking PS4. Suicide Squad is new consoles only.
Oh,
that's right. Okay, that might be something to look at.
Yep.
We'll have to when we do the new year, because I know we're gonna do a stream where we review the year of releases, but we should make a separate list of all the next gen only, so we have a list of games to watch for this purpose.
Yeah, because like for this year, I don't think I have. No. Oh my god, I don't think I have a game this year that is next gen only. I don't think I have one.
God, yeah, Ratchet and Clank and Psychonauts and all that was last year. Man.
Fuck.
Games releases this year was weird.
It was very weird. It was fucking like man.
Yeah. Okay, so according to VG charts, hardware sales this last week, latest date being November 12th of this week, Nintendo Switch sold 463,000, PS5 sold 451,000, Xbox Series 230,000 together.
Okay.
PS4 sold almost 1,500, and then Xbox One sold 95 globally.
Who the fuck is buying?
Ooh.
Who?
Damn.
Well, they discontinued it, so
that's fair, but still,
yeah.
ouch.
But like, who is buying a new Xbox One in 2022?
I mean, yeah, yep.
Especially because, like, wait, for an extra like $70, you could get a Series S. I don't understand.
And like, there were some deals going around. Like, you could get for the Black Friday deals, you could be getting it for $220. Like,
right, which let me tell you, that was one of the smartest things Microsoft did this generation.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the fucking smartest things they did.
well, and that's the thing. We covered that news story a few weeks ago of like developers are asking for Series S to be discontinued so that people can program more, but it's like, one, Sony's still doing PS4 like sales like crazy, and so developers are developing for the PS4 anyway. But
and this thing is like 3 times as powerful with newer architecture, so
right, and two,
what's your fucking excuse?
yeah, and two, those hardware sales, like I know they don't make money on those, but like when people are looking for a current generation console, price wise, that's right there.
Right, like, because like $250 now, especially after inflation, like, here's the thing, if my parents were out and about buying a game console now, and I would have 100% probably would have asked for that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like 100%.
Like from an industry perspective, once developers stop developing for PS4, then Series S becomes the weak link. And it does become a thing of like, okay, you should probably drop S so that the technology itself can move forward.
Absolutely.
But for right now, everyone's still developing for PS4, and as long as that's the case, there's no. That doesn't seem. I'm not a developer, so I don't know what that's like. There have been developers who have complained about it, so they probably know more about it than I do. But like, it just doesn't seem like a big issue at this moment. It could become an issue this coming year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it isn't right now. So
100%.
Let's see. Nintendo Switch has been leading. They got their colors for these consoles all wrong. They have the Nintendo Switch as green. It's like, what are you doing?
What?
Come on, VG charts. Xbox 360 is blue. Why is that even here? Come on, VG charts. Anyway, Nintendo Switch has been leading the last couple weeks, and that's purely due to Pokemon. Well, I mean, not necessarily.
Mostly because of Pokemon.
Mostly
because of Pokemon.
September 10th, they had a boost in sales. What came out for Bayonetta? Or is that too early?
In September?
In September.
No, Bayonetta came out.
That was Splatoon.
Oh, that was Splatoon. There it is. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Nintendo's had some good software. Is why
absolutely
that's happening.
100%. People aren't buying Switch for its hardware capabilities. Let me tell you.
No, they're buying it for the games.
Buy it for the games and be able to play Animal Crossing on the toilet.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, that'll be something to watch. PS5 got a boost this week, but here, actually, I should probably move this over here. I can pull this up. I created a new scene for us to do little things after the news section is over. So these are the numbers. Kind of low, but as you can see, obviously Christmas every year, that's the big decider.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, Switch just destroyed everyone with nearly 1.5 million. Next was yeah, next was the Series, Xbox Series at 620,000, and then PS5 at 346. But that's also, you could argue, is definitely a PlayStation availability problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's been a huge thing for them.
Yep. So
that like I know so many people who want to buy a PS5 but can't because of the simple fact that they can't get one, and they're not.
You need to be on
it. Yeah, you have to either be on it or have to be in Sony's club of, hey, you've spent a lot of fucking money on PlayStation. Do you want to spend more?
Right.
No.
Yep.
Which the answer is, I sure do, apparently.
Right.
Go figure.
Yeah. Let me zoom into 1 month here. Let's take a look. Yeah, Xbox has been pretty steady. But availability for PlayStation has been going up. So I'm very curious how this Christmas, New Year's weekend will go, because we're starting to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, we will find out.
I love talking about the games industry. I don't know about y'all.
I do too.
It's
like
fun.
I'm
fun.
it's a lot of fun. I love watching the hardware stuff. By the way, if anyone's looking to buy a PS5 right now, Sony is offering me to buy that God of War bundle.
So, is that 500?
560.
Fuck, man. Come on.
Because it comes with the game.
God of War.
I know it comes with the game, but man,
and
hardly a bundle. Hardly a bundle.
I know. You get a special box, fancy God of War box.
I can't wait
Do you get the special God of War controllers, though, is the question.
No.
I cannot wait to throw the fancy box in the dumpster. It's going to look so cool in there.
I want my Atreus Fenrir controller, goddammit.
Yeah,
good luck. That shit sells out in minutes.
Really? I've had opportunities to get that. Damn, I should have fucking bought that motherfucker.
Yeah, that thing is, when it goes live, it's sold out within a few minutes anywhere.
That's funny to me because I've had several opportunities to get it and I had no idea. I thought it looked cool, but I also don't love Atreus, so I was kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, sure. Bronson, I don't know if you saw this news story, but the people who brought back the Duke are now making the Xbox 360 controller again.
Yeah, I saw that floating around.
Yeah.
It is probably my favorite controller.
It's of the all-time greats, man. That 360 controller is pretty damn good.
That thing was up there.
It fits so well.
Its D-pad was shit.
Yes.
That is my problem.
But like all our modern controllers are all influenced by that 360 controller, man.
Yep.
This one is still the king for me, though. I love the Xbox Series gamepad. The grip on the sticks, the grip on the triggers in the back, the stick layout is perfect. They finally made a good D-pad. Like, this thing is fucking perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
This is a fantastic controller, but like 95% of the DNA of this is the 360.
Yes.
Three of us have one of these, right? Like, I mean, I think that says something about.
That's what I'd say to
That's a cool controller, right, Emily, huh?
I
Go to hell, Aaron.
I got four of these fuckers.
Controller? Damn it.
Yeah.
Got four of these motherfuckers. And I want to buy a fifth.
Oh, here it is.
I apologize to the podcast. We are showing off controllers. Look at that controller.
Yeah,
that's a good controller.
I'm actually really I've advertised this on the podcast before, but this 8-bit do SNES controller for the Switch.
Oh my god!
These Pro 2 controllers are so good.
They feel so good.
I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna come to your place.
Check it out.
And I'm gonna steal your fucking controller.
You should check it out. It's the SNES controller, and then they have some really comfortable grips on it. It's nice.
I'm stealing that controller next time I'm there.
I've also got these third-party Joy-Cons that are bigger for people with larger hands.
Do they fill your palms? Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
That's not bad.
They're pretty comfortable. The Hori ones, which are like the official Nintendo ones, are really nice too, but they don't have gyro. So
what?
When I was playing like the Splatoon 3 intro, I was like, this is really hard to aim because I don't have gyro.
Yep.
But these do have gyro.
Damn. Okay.
Bonus.
Fair enough.
God. When did we do that stream where we ranked all the controllers? That feels like ages ago.
It was a long fucking time ago.
Is that up on our YouTube?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That one is.
All right. Good. We'll leave that alone. All right.
Not any. And to be fair, that was only mainstream controllers. We didn't include stuff like Elite controllers or side controllers, shit like that.
I mean, yeah, I think that's only fair.
So
for like a team of people trying to like rank controllers, like one person has the Elite controller. Didn't
we rank the consoles? Did we ever rank the consoles? Like every console ever?
I feel like we did.
Okay, yeah. What did we put as number one?
It was SNES, right? Yeah, it was SNES and then PS2 at 2.
Yeah, which that is the correct answer. SNES.
It is.
That is.
Yeah.
The question is, what do we put at 3?
GameCube.
You joke. That was the first one that came to mind, and I don't know why. I'm not that big a fan of GameCube.
Yeah, that same. I was just like GameCube.
I was like, that doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna go find
at 360. It has to be
video.
360.
I could believe that. Like that's the 360. Whenever you and I have discussed it, like
360 or PlayStation 1.
Yeah, like 360 in hindsight is like the fucking like that we didn't.
The first modern console.
Like PlayStation exclusive. So
I remember getting the 360 Elite and like with the HDMI cable, I was like, "This is it. It's a one cable. This is."
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So no, Aaron, we never did rank the consoles.
What?
We never did a console video.
I feel like we totally did. Did we just not archive it?
No, because I made sure to archive every one of those. I remember because it was such a short run series.
What is this memory implanted in my head then? No. I swear to God. I swear we've done this.
No, so we got to do this now. If
it's not archived, we have to do it either way.
Yeah, so to answer your question though, these are we did controllers. You're right, we totally did controllers.
Yes.
We did best Xbox franchise.
Okay.
Best PlayStation exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
Best PS3 exclusives. Best top 10 360 titles.
Mm-hmm.
We ranked the Dragon Ball story arcs.
Oh my God.
We did. Yeah. We did the Legend of Zelda franchise, and we did top 10 Halo maps.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Man, I forgot. I entirely forgot we did top 10-ish.
Yeah. So
I forgot that was a show. Damn.
So yeah, like we
all
bring
right.
the show back for one more. One more episode, baby.
Let me tell you that honestly. On dead news weeks, which this week was nearly one of them, I really had to fucking dig around to find some shit.
Yeah.
But on dead news weeks, I'm honestly not opposed to just saying fuck this. Let's just do a top 10 list or a topic.
Right. Well, we have a few ideas now for things to do. So.
Yeah, the correct answer has to be PS2 or SNES.
Yep.
And then. I think you have to, like you said, I think you have to do 360 because that is the modern game console. Like that is achievements and cross-game chat and HD and fucking like all this other shit that like we take kind of for granted now. In all honesty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that is the granddaddy.
Yeah.
That was the second console to have a hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
I
think PS1's in the top 5.
Yes.
Yes. I definitely think that PS1 is up there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like all good top 10s, it's 6 through 10 that's the fun part.
Because that top 5, it's PS2, PS1, 360, SNES, and then like I don't know, like. There's a bunch of stuff you can make an argument for, like a 5 spot.
Oh yeah, you could put NES. Yep. You could put
N64.
I don't think N64 would make it. Yeah.
Look, man, the amount of shade this podcast has thrown over at the N64.
That's
I think there's a lot of good
some shade at the N64.
There's a lot of good fun nostalgia with N64. I have good memories of the Nintendo 64. Do we count portable?
I think that's its own list.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's its own list.
All right.
Because the Vita's number one. I mean, I don't know why you would even make a list.
Right, yeah.
Yes, I agree. Thank you, sir.
It's Game Boy Advance. It's Game Boy SP, goddammit.
It's PSP.
Yeah, it's PSP or no dice.
It's a PSP Go, please.
PSP Go.
I owned one of those.
Yeah, so did I.
And it was awesome. That thing was fucking amazing. It was so easy to carry around. It looked great. Oh god. Fucking such a good system. Anyway, the back half of that list is where it gets interesting because, like, all right, well, I mean, you could argue the N64. I would disagree with you, but hey,
I personally won't put N64 there. I'm just stating that there is the possibility of that argument.
Yeah, I think the N64 is like one of those systems that if it is on a top 10 list, it's like number 10. Like, yeah. I think that, like, because if you, like, even just factoring in library, I've always said this, the N64 is like 20 amazing video games and then just a massive mountain of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, you know, that's, you know, like, I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, the original Xbox should be on that list. In my mind. But, you know, so yeah, we'll have a fun time with that. We might do that next week, depending on how the news goes. So yeah. By the way, guys, if the PC is so good, why did they never make PC 2?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
It's a very valid point.
Yep, there you go. Oh fuck. All right, so all right, I guess we're on to what we've been playing, right?
Well, I got a couple of rumors.
Ooh.
I do love some rumor mill.
I think some people might lose their shit over. So first, like, not a huge one, but Sakurai has said, man, it sure would be nice to play Kid Icarus Uprising on a home console. I wonder if someone out there will ever port it, while he winks at the camera in this interview.
Sakurai. No.
I didn't personally care for that game, but that's cool.
The second one's a bigger deal. There's a rumor that there's a new AAA Alien game coming out soon.
Oh no.
There's two parts to this rumor. So that's the first part of this rumor, and that part I think has been confirmed. The second part is that Grasshopper Manufacturer is going to be the developer behind it, and it's going to be AAA.
Okay, that part is weird. Go on.
Which is incredibly weird. Yep. Yeah. All this article says is that sources who have provided documents and information under the condition of anonymity have shown that a new AAA Alien game is in development with the tentative holiday 2023 release. And there's an update that says sources have said that Grasshopper Manufacturer will be developing the project.
Wow.
And we've seen stuff like this before, right? Guerrilla making Killzone. Now they're making Horizon. Ninja Theory making Hellblade, for example. Naughty Dog with the first Uncharted. So it's not like terribly out of left field, but what a weird move.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, cool. Any other news or news adjacent things before we get to what we've been playing?
Let me check. I'm gonna switch over to chat here, and I want to take a look at BGC. Make sure nothing has happened. No.
Breaking news.
Takaya Imamura, the artist behind F-Zero and Star Fox, is creating a new game based on his Omega 6 manga. It's a text adventure. Yeah, not a whole lot. Apparently there's a new Need for Speed coming out. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Fucking what? Okay.
Yeah.
I would give for a new Burnout.
I know.
I nearly bought Burnout Paradise again on Switch when it was on sale this weekend. Because I was just like, you know what? This is the only console I don't have it for, and if I keep buying, it'll show that we want another one, right?
That's right.
Another Burnout one day. Please make a new Burnout, EA. I'll say nice things about you as long as it's good.
Yeah, just don't Mirror's Edge it up, and we'll be good.
Yeah, like I'm just, oh dude, I just want another Burnout so fucking badly. Like I have resorted to playing Burnout Revenge on my series consoles because it's the other Burnout that runs on it. I was like, hey, anything for more?
Yeah.
Anything for fucking more, please. Oh god, it's just fucking heartbreaking. Dear God.
I just pulled up my Twitter and saw something that was posted an hour ago from Fantasy Critic.
Okay.
2023 leagues are now open for creation and setup. Drafting opens December 9th.
Man.
We'll do ours in January.
Yeah.
But sure.
But I'm just saying, like,
oh, we're absolutely going to keep that going.
The day after the Game Awards, you can start drafting.
The very day afterwards.
The very next day.
Oh, Lord.
That's just hilarious.
I'm not,
I think,
particularly thrilled with Game Awards happening in early December, but I guess, it is what it is.
Yeah, can we say that for like that gap between Christmas and New Year's?
Right, or January even.
We actually,
or even in January. Like,
I think
Jeff,
doing that award.
Come on.
I think the first week of January would be really good, because then like people also have all that Christmas money where like you could blow it on those games that won.
Yeah.
Like. I don't know about you, I like guaranteed from at least one relative always end up with like a gift card to like Steam or GameStop or etc.
Or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like so are we excited to watch Elden Ring win in a week or 2 weeks, excuse me?
Yeah.
It'll win everything.
Yeah.
Yep, that motherfucker's gonna sweep super hard. Like, and like, I'm having a great time with God of War. It's gonna be near the top of my list for sure, if not the top. But like, there is no way Elden Ring does not have this in the bag. Like, it's just not a possibility.
I do think the narrative category will be interesting. Which way they go. I don't think there's a wrong choice. But it'll be interesting to see what they do, because then Twitter will blow up one way or the other.
Yep, fair.
So
very fair.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's see, when is that? That's 2 weeks from now.
7th or 8th?
Yeah, I think it's the 8th.
The 8th.
Oh, it is the 8th.
Game Awards, which we're doing our like reaction to it that Sunday, or
do we so that's a question. Do we want to just wait till after it's done and get on and do it together?
So
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, problem is I'm out that weekend, so it would have to be
well no, I mean like that Thursday we watch the rerun together.
The following Thursday?
Yeah. Or just that Thursday, like that night, like that Thursday, the 8th, we just stay off fucking Twitter and everything and get on stream together and be like, all right, let's see what happened.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm free that Thursday, so
so my freest days are Thursdays for sure. Like I'm not at the girlfriend's house. I'm not. I don't have any real responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thursday is like by far my freest day, far and away. So I'm ready to go. Okay, well that's that. That clears up that.
Yep.
All right. Well, on to what we've been playing, I guess.
We've been playing much.
I've been playing a shit ton of video games recently, actually.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
nice.
well, it's because we had those 4 days off, and like,
yeah,
like at my girlfriend's house, I was playing a whole bunch of Vampire Survivors.
Mm-hmm.
I finally started that. This morning I had a run where I got to level 97.
All right.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Nice.
Felt good, man. You see all the shit just forming around you and blowing up, and you're just like, It's like, oh, that's that good dopamine. That's that good shit right there.
It knows exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, like they know what's up.
They know what they're doing.
So yeah, that's that was a thing. Had that finally started that game. Like I picked it up when it came out. I played like one round, then left, and then I came back. Because like she was playing Slay the Spire, which I thought about playing, but I was like, I'm not really in the mood for a card game thing right now. But a roguelite, one of the few roguelites I like, sounds fun. Vampire Survivors, sure. I'm not really in a rogue legacy mood. Let's do Vampire Survivors. And like, yeah, I ended up playing for like 2.5 hours straight.
Yep.
Like, not taking any breaks, just 2.5 hours, just
straight.
And all that it is just walking and picking powers.
Yep.
That's all that it is.
It's a simple gameplay loop.
Fucking brilliant. It feels so good. Yeah, exactly that. When that shit is happening, just
yeah.
Let me tell you, and I once opened a treasure chest with like 1,000 gold in it. And when you're there and the music's playing, it's like dun 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 dun, and it's like yeah.
Right. Yep. And
so
it's just so simple.
Good.
It's a good time.
Yeah, like it's that I am not sure it's gonna be on my top 10 list, but it's likely. Fucking Jesus, man, that game
definitely gonna be up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game feels so good. B the bullet hell. Yes, agree.
It is a game that I believe, in the most technical sense, I can't. It released in early access in 2021, but everyone started playing it in 22, and then officially released October 20th.
Yes. So yeah, like love the shit out of it. So far at least. I'm sure like every roguelite I'll play to the point of where I can't stand it and don't ever want to see it again. But in the meantime.
Yep.
In the meantime, like, man, that shit is fucking so good. It's so weirdly polished too for what it is. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. You know. Like I will say that I will say that I find early game a little frustrating, at least right now. While I haven't had a whole ton of money to spend on other stuff.
Yeah. So
but man, once you get to like level 20, it feels so good. It's just like, oh yeah, now I have, especially if you get like the right AoE perks, like you get like every single time I play that game, I'm like praying for garlic. Like first thing, I'm just like, give me garlic, give me motherfucking garlic. So yeah, really excited to play more and deep dive into it more. There's a lot of good shit there. Also, every time I play it, I'm like, I gotta go for another Castlevania game.
Yeah. There's a news story said the God of War Ragnarok. I think it was director said he wants to try Castlevania next if he could.
I think that would be great, but I also think that Konami would never allow it to happen.
Yeah, also.
That's
the shit out of it, though.
Right.
I would too. I would play the fuck out of that game, and then I would also love if they just honestly, if they just said, "Hey, we remastered Symphony of the Night and made it really, really pretty." I would be down for that too.
That'd be cool.
Shut up and take my money at that point. Jeez.
we like literally if they just said, "Yeah, we made Symphony of the Night, tweaked its visuals, and then along with tweaking its visuals, we also made so the controls aren't as stiff," I'd be like, done.
Right.
Shut up and take my money. Like that's literally every time I go back to Symphony of the Night, the only thing in my mind is like, man, I wish these controls weren't so stiff. And then, fuck, this game is good, and I wish it had an update.
Right.
So, but yes, the visuals and tone of Vampire Survivors has me going like, we could really use another 2D Castlevania, like a good one. That's
that
show what it did.
That show is great on Netflix, and the interest is there.
Netflix has hit a gold mine with these video game adaptations, bro.
Yeah. Like
Castlevania was good. Cyberpunk was some fucking next level shit. They are. I've heard great things about Arcane. It falls into the uncanny valley for me, so I kind of don't like watching it.
Right.
It fucking messes with my mind. I'm like, why does this look so weird?
Right.
Like, that's literally what I'm saying 90% of the time I'm watching it. So, yeah, that's... yeah, so I put some time into Vampire Survivors.
Yes.
It's great. Highly recommend. I went back into Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah, because I bought the season pass back at the newest season pass, and I was like level 60, and I'm like, man, I really need to cap that out. So I've been working on that, and hey, they've added new maps and new modes, and it continues to be that game, but they're improving and adding to it.
Right.
If you liked Halo Infinite, then you will probably like this. The winter update seems really cool. That battle pass is free to everyone.
Nice.
So, as kind of an apology. People are making cool stuff in Forge. There's already Forge maps going into matchmaking.
Very good.
That's cool.
Yeah. Also, someone made a Waffle House in Forge. I posted that in the Discord.
I saw
my
that,
God.
and I was like,
Yep.
Yes.
Check the video game section of the Discord. Someone made fucking
perfect.
Waffle House.
It's perfect.
Okay,
They made a 1-to-1 recreation of Waffle House in the Discord or in the Halo.
Wow.
So, like, and the meme was like, man, I can't wait to play all these classic Halo maps. Makes
and
motherfucking
Waffle
House.
Wait, this is real?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's
You can make that sign?
hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to be in Forge right now. What am I doing?
Dude, no, dude.
This is way more than what Forge ever was.
Dude, this is the most in-depth Forge by far.
No kidding.
Like, they went so fucking ham with it. Like, you can, like, it's, I posted that video back when it leaked, and like, there are straight up development tools in this.
Wow.
Like, you can like create surfaces and mountains and shit.
Jesus.
Like, this is like, they basically made simple dev tools.
Wow.
Is what they ended up creating. It is so beyond impressive.
We're going to have to do a stream where we just fuck around in Forge.
I know we're supposed to do the Halo campaign tomorrow. It's me, you, Link, and Parker.
Okay.
And yeah, it's fucking it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the Forge mode. I've barely fucked around in it. But yeah, they as I said last year, and as I will continue to say, it may not be great now. I think it's very good now, but I think Halo Infinite, when it is all said and done, will be seen as one of the best Halos.
Sure.
When Forge is finished and everything and online co-op is fully stable again, I'm telling you right now that this is going to be one of, if not the best Halos. I would probably, and this is why, like, in the Discord, when everyone was throwing a fucking hissy fit over, like, it's been like 7 months and they delayed co-op again, I'm just like, fucking just give it time, fuckers.
But that's the thing, though, is that, like, the people responsible for releasing Halo should have given it more time too. Like, this is their own making.
This is their own making, sure. And I agree with that. Like, I 100% agree with that statement that this is totally their own fuck up. But they wanted something, they wanted it out for the 20th anniversary of Halo and Xbox. What happened? I get why they did it. And to be fair, if they would have said early access, or if this was like an early access game, I don't think people would have been nearly as upset. I think they would have been upset still, just not as upset.
They would have been upset with the Halo being early access, but yeah.
Yeah, but that people expected a full Halo release, and like, yeah, Halo has a history, other than Halo 5, of course, and now Halo Infinite, of being a very, very complete game on release.
Yeah.
Like, it just does. Like, I mean, you think back to like Halo 3, like, it had like 12 maps, multiplayer, co-op, Forge, all this shit at launch, ready to go, and that wasn't the case here. Same thing with Reach, same thing with pretty much everyone but, well, this one. And 5, but like 5 was a clusterfuck for its own myriad of reasons.
Right.
So yeah, like I think that I've always been a big Halo fan.
Yeah.
And up until Infinite, it's been kind of in a dark place, and I'm happy to see it in a better place.
It is a better place. Like, we played that multiplayer when that game came out, and that was still fun. That's Halo.
Oh yeah, dude, it was a blast. Like when we had the entire posse in that, like, dude, it was so good.
Yep.
It was so good. So yeah, like I think that it was, I think that it's gonna be like, it's Forge still isn't done yet, and campaign co-op is good but not fully stable, but that they are getting there is I think the big thing that we're taking away from it. And then also the fact that in my case it's on Game Pass because I don't buy physical Xbox games anymore. So yeah.
Right.
There's that. Yeah, I played a good amount of Halo. I'm almost done with that battle pass, so I can start working on the winter battle pass. One thing I actually did realize when I was playing that battle pass this weekend was the fact that I love that when you buy a battle pass, you have it forever. It's not gone at the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's literally like, and you can swap between battle passes too.
Oh, that is nice.
So let's say that like you bought season 1 and you didn't play for a year. And like you can just be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna pick up right where I left off during the season 1 and get those unlocks.
Yeah.
And it's the only game I know that does this, and I kind of love it.
No, it's great. Like, I like being able to go back and work on that stuff. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And also, like, for me personally, I'm gonna love logging in at the end of this season and seeing 3 battle passes fully 100%ed.
Right.
Nice.
That's going to be such big happy chemicals in my fucking brain.
Right.
Yeah. Like that is gonna be the biggest of happy chemicals.
Yep.
So so Halo Infinite's been really good. I did some WoW. Me and Stella made our evokers and messed around with evokers.
All right.
We made our dragon people. So she did a lore accurate name, Stella Gosa, because hers is a blue and black.
Ooh.
I did a troll name because that is in my nature.
Yeah.
As a person.
As you do.
So my dragon's name is Bad Dragon.
Yep.
Yep, Bad Dragon, the red and black DPS dragon. She went heals, and that zone was a lot of fun. That starting zone is super good. It's well polished. It looks great. Like there were multiple times during that starting zone where I was like, "Fuck, that's pretty."
Nice.
Holy shit. So there was that. I will say that it. As for the evoker itself, it feels weird to me. Like it's a mid-range caster. So that's weird. And like it has a type of spell that is entirely new to World of Warcraft, and also kind of new to any hotbar based MMO I can think of, where you press and hold a button and it charges all the way up, and the longer you charge it, the more damage it does.
Okay.
So, like, the first one is like them charging a big, giant dragon breath attack. They have a lot of mobility. They have a really the healer, in particular, has this fun ability where they